And there it is, and they're off to a good start too. Cuban Legend, one of the first to bound out towards the outside with Blanc Cheval, and away quickly also showing speed as Teen Wolf, and up on that leading group is Being Bold as they come along in the direction of the first fence, and Donny's Chances in behind them, and they were being followed then by Lord of Oakbank and Georgie's Son, and Avalon King has dropped out to last. At the second of the double, down the side they travel the first time, and Being Bold has taken up the running, headed by Wolver Action. Out deeper on the track is Teen Wolf, and a bit further back to Do Ray and Donny's Chance, Cuban Legend, Fearless Boy. Shift Me By as they come around the home turn the first time and face up to the first of the jumps in the straighter. They're followed closely over on the outside then by Lord of Oakbank, and back behind them Avalon King and Blanc Cheval, and a gap then to Full Frontal, who jumped that one very awkwardly. He's last down the straighter, and just in advance of him are Cuban Legend, and the grey there is King Dollar. Now Teen Wolf goes to the front, coming down the straight the first time, led out by 4 lengths to Wolver Action on the inside of Donny's Chance of the next tall timber. 5 lengths away then is Georgie's Son on the inside of Being Bold, followed by Lord of Oakbank, and then Shift Me Behind. A couple of lengths away then is Do Ray on the outside of Avalon King, Cuban Legend and King Dollar. Full Frontal is second last, and last of all Blanc Cheval. Here's the last of the fences in the straighter, and the leader Teen Wolf about a length and a half clear of Donny's Chance. 6 or 8 lengths away Wolver Action, followed by Being Bold. Then Georgie's Son, saving ground on the inside as Lord of Oakbank as they go out of the straight, and they were being followed next then over on the outside by Shift Me By and Fearless Boy. Then Do Ray, Avalon King is parked in behind them, Cuban Legend, followed by King Dollar, who bumped into the back of Cuban Legend as they go out of the straighter, and just in advance and then there was the Full Frontal, and last of all is Blanc Cheval. Now they race up towards the section of the track here with about 1900 metres left to go, and the leader here is Teen Wolf, a half length to Donny's Chance. 4 or 5 lengths away Wolver Action, he's travelled well throughout. 4 lengths away then Georgie's Son, a length and a half back behind them Being Bold. Fearless Boy on the inside of Lord of Oakbank, Shift Me By, followed by Do Ray, and then Avalon King. At the next jump, Teen Wolf led over that one, led by a length Donny's Chance in hot pursuit, and they're about 8 lengths clear of Wolver Action. Georgie's Son moving up on the inside at the next fence, a length and a half to Lord of Oakbank, who's making some ground, followed by Being Bold and Fearless Boy. They're climbing the hill, 1450 metres left to go, coming up to the double here, and the leader still is Teen Wolf. He defies the opposition at the moment, Teen Wolf. He's out by 2 lengths to Donny's Chance. 4 lengths away Wolver Action, followed by Georgie's Son. 3 lengths to Lord of Oakbank at the first fence of the double here on top of the hill, and the leader still Teen Wolf about a length clear. Donny's Chance is second, about 4 lengths away Wolver Action, coming to the second of the double. Teen Wolf almost joined now by Donny's Chance as they run down the hill. 4 lengths to Wolver Action, followed by Georgie's Son, and Lord of Oakbank is making good ground, and then there's a break in the field of Being Bold. Fearless Boy's a long way back, and so is Avalon King. 1,000 metres left to go. They're back almost to where they started. 4 fences left to jump, and Donny's Chance takes the lead by a length in advance of Teen Wolf. 2.5 lengths away Wolver Action. Here comes Lord of Oakbank. He could be the main danger. He's running on well. Georgie's Son is in behind them as they come down to the 4th last jump, where Donny's Chance over on the outside, just the leader Lord of Oakbank going quickly towards the lead as they come down to the 3rd last one, and Lord of Oakbank has taken a slight lead with Donny's Chance battling on. Over this jump they race now, and Lord of Oakbank takes a clear lead, about a half length to Donny's Chance. In 3rd place is Georgie's Son getting up on the inside. Then came Teen Wolf under pressure now. Wolver Action making the home turn with Georgie's Son on the inside has gone very fast, and Georgie's Son and Lord of Oakbank are settling down to fight it out. 2 jumps left to negotiate. At the second last one, Georgie's Son and Lord of Oakbank, not much between the pair of them. Here's the last fence. Georgie's Son crashed, or the jockey crashed into the wing, and the horse ran off the track. And now Lord of Oakbank is left with a good lead, being interfered with by Georgie's Son, and Lord of Oakbank is the leader. Georgie's Son is the riderless one in front of him, but Lord of Oakbank is holding Donny's Chance, and then Teen Wolf and Wolver Action. And in the run home, Lord of Oakbank will go on and score. Lord of Oakbank comes down to the line to win it by 2 lengths to Donny's Chance. 3rd is Teen Wolf, then Avalon King, Wolver Action, then Fearless Boy, Blanc Cheval, Do Ray, followed by King Dollar, and further back then is Shift Me By, followed by Full Frontal and Being Bold last of all.
Well, okay, well, Lord of Oakbank, the winner there.
The 4 light goes on, away they go, and caught them in a perfect line too. Freeze Point, one of the first out with Fleet Dancer. Better Reason showing speed, and so has Ben Barronite towards the inside from Black Ombre and Brampton. Behind them, Lake Tahoe. Over on the outside is Tyre Boy, and a bit further back, Frontal Attack being followed by Vista Boy, Jewel of the Sun. And they were closely attended then by Mountain Dreamer, who's over on the inside of Patriotic Star, and getting back to last is Sovereign Aspect. Down the side of the 1,000, Better Reason goes to the leaders, taken on now by Tyre Boy, and they lead out by a length and a half to Ben Barronite. inside. Half away the outside is Lake Tahoe, a length and a half to Brampton, who's over on the inside of Black Ombre, and close in behind them then came Fleet Dancer, and they were followed next around the outside by Jewel of the Sun. Over on the fence, Frontal Attack going forward in the centre now is Due Diligence, a length and a half to Patriotic Star, followed by Vista Boy, then Freeze Point, and back behind them was Sea Law, followed by Mountain Dreamer, and Sovereign Aspect is last of all. Up towards the home turn, Better Reason by a half length to Thai Boy, a length and a half to Ben Barra Night. Deeper on the track is Lake Tahoe as they straighten up from Fleet Dancer. Brampton over near the inside, Black Ombre is back behind them. Due Diligence is a fair way back. Freeze Point coming down the outside, and Vista Boy is under the whip but making a run. Freeze Point is coming after these leaders very quickly as they run to the 250. Right over on the outside, Freeze Point, and Fleet Dancer getting a run in the centre. It's Freeze Point on the outside and Fleet Dancer settling down to fight it out. Freeze Point on the outside looks to be going a bit the better. Freeze Point takes the lead close to home. Fleet Dancer kicking again, and it looks as if Freeze Point has just beaten Fleet Dancer. Close for third, Patriotic Star and Lake Tahoe. Behind them, Benbara Night, Due Diligence and Black Ombre, Vista Boy, and they were followed next home by Brampton, and further back Sovereign Aspect and Thai Boy, followed by Sea Law, Jewel of the Sun, Mountain Dreamer, Better Reason, and last of all, Frontal Attack. That's when one on the inside has fought back very well, Fleet Dancer.
Racing now. Out to Torcello near the inside, smartly away. Move closer began okay. Seemed to throw his head in the air shortly after the jump and drop back. Noble Clubs is taken straight to the lead. Noble Clubs at the 1600 shoots away to lead by 2 lengths. In second place, Piccadilly Pearl. Out to Torcello is a length away third on the inside, a break of 2 to Donatel. Followed by Melindra, who's fifth on the runs, 1.5 Coconut Ice. Then Dr. Glass and Dorset Downs. Followed by Outside with Move Closer, and now Mungo Jerry is 2 off last. Speed looks fairly genuine at the moment. 1,300 metres out. Piccadilly Pearl applying a little bit of pressure to Noble Clubs. Piccadilly Pearl, the outside ahead in front. Out Torcello is 3 lengths away third, followed by Melindra, Donatel, Coconut Ice. Dorset Downs improving on the outside of Coconut Ice, and then Dr. Glass outside Move Closer, and now Mungo Jerry still last. 1,000 metres out. Piccadilly Pearl, the outside, a neck in front. Noble Clubs second, 3 lengths away third. Out Torcello, followed by Melindra, Donatel, Dorset Downs, and then Coconut Ice outside. Dr. Glass moved closer, and our Mungo Jerry stood at the rear. Coming down the side, 700 metres from the judge. Noble Clubs with the advantage of the inside goes to the lead again. Noble Clubs are half in front. Piccadilly Pearl second, 1.5 away third is out Torcello on the inside of Dorset Downs. Donatel splitting them in the middle, followed by Outside picking up a bit of ground. Then Coconut Ice, who's back along the rails, our Mungo Jerry. And as they straighten up now, Dr. Glass has been shuffled back to last with Move Closer. 400 metres to go. Noble Club's the leader. Out Torcello's looming as a danger, and Dorset Downs coming at the pair of them on the outside. They've got 250 to go. Dorset Downs loomed up, poked his nose in front of Out Torcello. Into third place, Noble Clubs, then Coconut Ice, and our Mungo Jerry on the outside. But in those famous TJ colours, it's Dorset Downs in front with 100 metres to go, and Dorset Downs is going to come away and score. Dorset Downs first, Out Torcello's second, Coconut Ice third, then Dr. Glass, followed by Noble Clubs and our Mungo Jerry. The next one in was Donatel, Melindra, further back Outside and Move Closer. One of the last time, coming in a long way behind them, Piccadilly Pearl. Dorset Downs the winner.
Stand in well, Century Pike and Scornson make a good line. Waiting on the light. There it is now. Morford Arms Hotel, they're away, and Apache starts slow to begin. Star of Scorpio. Scornson missed it. Away very quickly was Makeout looking for the lead. Bronze Appeal's got too much pace. Well Designed drives up. Over on the inside of those In-House Affair. They were followed by Scornson burning through after a sluggish start. Back in behind them, Century Pike is trapped wide and can't get in. English Twilight and Star of Scorpio keep it out. A couple away to Non-Dici beaten for pace, and back there with it was Catnook on the swing. 6:20 to go, and the leader Bronze Appeal, one in front of Scornson, which has put up a big run. Over on the outside, Well Designed is racing very ungenerously. It's got its head to the side. Star of Scorpio between it, and going through now English Twilight down on the rail with nowhere to go. In-House Affair. Makeout's gone very deep, and Well Designed racing very erratically. Non-Dici and Catnook join in behind them, and so does Century Pike, but Bronze Appeal the leader, 2 in front of Scornson. Makeout and English Twilight run on. Century Pike getting a splitters coming after them now, and Star of Scorpio is still there. Here's a go, Scornson, Century Pike, Star of Scorpio. Scornson in front. By gee, this has been a run. It's missed the kick and still won by a length and a quarter. Scornson first, Star of Scorpio second, I think Century Pike third. Non-Dici rattled home with Makeout out wide. Then English Twilight, Bronze Appeal, followed by In-House Affair, Catnook, and the very green Well Designed was last. Well,
Race 3. And the starter, Bill Cooper, is now onto his rostrum and has the button, and they're all set and ready for action. They face well. Stalls open, off and running. Zeta Gal jumped only fairly towards the outside. Maypole Lass is the first out. New News came out of the gate and looked as though she wanted to buck in the first 50 metres and lost her position quickly. Zeta Gal is now being allowed to cruise up on the inside to head off Maypole Lass at the end of 300 metres. 3 lengths away, Great Temptation, and going fast on the outside is Galaxy Flyer as they go over the crossing. 1.5 lengths to New News, and further back Caltra, and then Petal Patch, followed by Logo Gal and Occasions, and Scenario is back last as they come to the 600 metres mark, and Zeta Gal is drawn clear. Zeta Gal under a nice hole from Jody Bain, led by a length on Maypole Lass and about 2 to Great Temptation on the inside of Galaxy Flyer. Out deep is New News on the outside of Caltra, followed by Petal Patch, and then Occasions, and Scenario is last as they come over the rise. At the 300 mark, Zeta Gal is immediately headed by Maypole Lass on the outside. Galaxy Flyer in third place. Great Temptation under plenty of pressure, not doing enough at the moment, followed by Caltra. Maypole Lass in front. Here's the danger. Logo Gal. Logo Gal closing fast, has raced up to head Maypole Lass in the shadows of the post, and home goes Logo Gal for Terry Duckett. Logo Gal beat Maypole Lass. Caltra third. Close up then is Petal Patch, followed by Galaxy Flyer. Great Temptation did absolutely nothing in the run home. Further back Occasions, followed by Scenario. A long way back is New News, and Zeta Gal has tired to finish at the tail of the field. And it wouldn't have mattered had Jay Cassidy or El Dittman ridden Zeta Gal. She'd have finished exactly where she finished. Very, very disappointing. In fact, so disappointing that you'd have to ask yourself, has she bled or pulled up lame? She looks free enough in her action as she pulls up.
They're racing. Hula Warrior was a little bit slow to get going. Towards the outside, Rough Reality got out very well, and so did Regal Adam, and Highs and Lows are showing speed with Painted Prouder. And just in behind them going forward, Myth and Merriment, and they're followed by Andy's Reward and Shador just behind them, Hula Warrior. Faith No More going up along the inside towards the lead, and a bit further back is Shaddad, followed by Land of Steel and Clickman. Racing up towards the home turner. Andy's Reward has gone to the front by length to Myth and Merriment on the outside of Faith No More. Close in behind them, making ground now is Hula Warrior. Deeper on the track, Painted Proud, very wide, Highs and Lows. Shador in behind them looking for a run as they straighten up with 450 to go. Clickman has got a run on the inside to go up and hit the front with Andy's Reward. Then Faith No More, Hula Warrior down the outside. Shador running on well. Bluff Spell is getting a run on the inside. Painted Proud is back behind them. 200 metres left to go. Clickman on the inside, and Andy's Reward being tackled by Hula Warrior. Clickman takes the lead with 100 metres left to go. Hula Warrior down the outside is grabbing it very quickly. Hula Warrior, Clickman as they hit the line, and it's a very close go. Hula Warrior or Clickman. Third, probably Andy's Reward ahead of Shaddad and Shador close up. And then came Bluff Spell, and they were followed next home then by Car Shelton, who made up some ground, followed by Myth and Merriment and Faith No More, Painted Proud, Musical Spy, Star Legend, Wellback, Regal Adam, Land of Steel, and last of all, Rough Reality. Let's have a look at this finish here. We're in a shocking angle to work these finishes out. Looking at it from here, you'd think that Hula Warrior's probably got up in the last little bit. Clickman fighting on. You've got to allow so much for that horse on the inside, which here is Clickman with a white cap here, and Hula Warrior, who dwelt slightly at the start. Had it have jumped, would have won easily, Hula Warrior, but it's coming at Clickman in the final stages of the race. Clickman still in front. Hula Warrior trying to get to it. In the last little bit, here they are, bobbing finish, getting close to home. Clickman and Hula Warrior as we stand by for the result. And right on the post, it looks as if Clickman may have done even a shade better. But there's very little in this finish between Clickman, who won at Warrnambool, and Hula Warrior. Now stand by for the result. And the judge taking plenty of time, obviously, very tight. By R. McLeish is the winner. Much to the delight of the majority here, I suppose, because it started favourite for the race, 390 and 180. Hula Warrior, ridden by R. McLeish, the winner. Number 8 is second. Clickman, ridden by W. Trelaw, and it will pay about $5.80. Third, number 11, Andy's Reward, at about $5.10. So 1-8 Andy.
Very smartly, showing speed. Brandon Bell should after the start, and the Highway Joe is going fast. Magus Millions ridden along a little bit. Anything's possible. Mr. Morris nice and handy to them. Then Charlie Mac, Grey Steel, Todd Masada, followed by Colonial Spirit, who whipped over onto the road shortly after the jump. He's just a touch worse than midfield. Racing on the inside of Corinus and Lafrere, then School Money, Multi-Sink, an open event last of all. Coming up up towards the 1600, and Brandon Bell, she's going to take over. She's the leader now. Brandon Bell 2 in front. Mr. Morris is second, 1.5 away third. Or Mr. Morris seemed to hit the heels of Brandon Bell. He threw his head high in the air. He's passed quickly by Magus Millions on the outside, and that speed slowed appreciably as they left the 1600 metre point behind them, and now Magus Millions has gone to a clear-cut lead. Magus Millions 2 in front. Brandon Bell second. Mr. Morris has settled again, a length away third. Then Anything's Possible, Todd Marsala and Charlie Mac, Highway Joe. Colonial Spirit, midfield on the inside. A half length to Grey Steel, then Corinus Lafrere, School Money Open Event, and Multi-Sink is last, 15 lengths from the leader. Coming up towards the 1100, Magus Millions bowling along out in front, 2 clear. Brandon Bell second, a head away third, Mr. Morris. 2 to Anything's Possible, beautifully placed, fourth on the inside. Then Todd Marsala, another 2 to Charlie Mac, followed by Highway Joe and Colonial Spirit. 1 to Grey Steel, 1.5 Lafrere, and then Corinus, a break of 2 to School Money. Then Open Event and Multi-Sink is still a length and a half off last. Down the side, 800 metres out, Magus Millions bowling along out in front, leading by a length on Mr. Morris. Brandon Bell is getting a sweet run, a length and a half away third on the inside of Todd Marsala. Then Anything's Possible, Charlie Mac, followed by Highway Joe. Colonial Spirit starting to go forward now. Then Grey Steel, Corinus Lafrere, School Money Open Event, and Multi-Sink last of all. Straightening up, 450 metres to go. Magus Millions heads for home, a length and a half in front. In second place, Mr. Morris. Brandon Bell looking for the way clear. Todd Marsala to the outside, and Charlie Mac is joining in. Colonial Spirit switched across the heels, coming to the extreme outside. He's after these leaders. Plenty of chances, 200 metres out. Charlie Mac moved up, poked his nose in front of the bolted Todd Marsalis. Magus Millions hanging on the outside, Colonial Spirit. They're getting pretty close to home. Charlie Mac's just in front of Todd Marsala, and Charlie Mac beat Todd Marsala. Third home, Colonial Spirit, I think, just in front of Mr. Morris and Magus Millions. School Money was there with them on the outside, then Lafrere. Followed in by Brandon Bell. She didn't really go on in the straight. Anything's Possible with Corinus. Then Open Event. Further back was Grey Steel, Multi-Sink, and Highway Joe last over the line.
Okay, 8.16 and DeFoto Eagle Farm Race 3. Now let's update the market again for the next event in Adelaide. Back to Wayne in a moment. Volcanic is at 4s now. It's... Oh, sorry, go again. Pardon me. It's 11-2 for Volcanic. Lee's Bid is at evens. It's 11-4 Daughters Charm. Brighton Dolly at 16s, 25.
Thanks, and nicely beginning on the inside, Karazan, or near the inside, and going away quickly to Vassadania, and also another version, Daughters Charm, has begun well. Lee's Bid's back in the last 4 or 5 on settling. At the 1800 metre mark now, and here the Greys, another version, and on the inside with it there, Karazan, Lone Justice 3 deep, Blue Perfect on the pace, Daughters Charm 5th, Vassadania the rail, 2 or 3 away behind those. Then came Jovan tracking up behind Volcanic. Summerlear centre field, then 2.5 Bravado Girl, followed further back then by Brighton Dolly. A couple away to our twig from Ina's Way, Lee's Bid between it, and over on the outside of those, Jewel of Egypt. And the tail ender, the whipper inner at this stage, is High Glow. There'd be a dozen to 14 lengths first to last as they negotiate the far straight and head onto the side turn at the 1200. And Lone Justice is the leader by a length, the Blue Perfect, Karazan, another version. Over on the inside behind them, within a couple, came Daughters Charm, nicely spotted. About 2.5 away, Vassadania, followed then by Jovan on the inside of Volcanic, Summerlear. Well back in the field at that point, Brighton Dolly, followed by Bravado Girl, and they were followed back in behind them by Lee's Bid. She's 10 off the lead. Our twig going to the 800 inside of her, and further back Ina's Way. Also there, High Glow, and back in that division with those two as they sort themselves out now. On the outside, Jewel of Egypt, they race down the side, and at the 650 metre mark, it's Blue Perfect having a crack now at Lone Justice, another version. Out of the pack and into the clear, out wide now, Daughters Charm runs on. They were followed by Little Lee's Bid, who's hooking to the extreme outside. She'll be 5-6 deep on the swing. Dropping out Karazan and Jovan into the straight. Daughters Charm, Blue Perfect, grabbed by Lee's Bid, and the filly said, let's go after them. Lee's Bid, the outside, went after Daughters Charm and Volcanic between them. Then Bravado Girl running on from Brighton Dolly, but here's a great finish coming up. Volcanic the centre. Daughters Charm's gone. Lee's Bid trying, and now coming Brighton Dolly. Volcanic in front. Volcanic clear. Lee's Bid can't get her, and Volcanic just gets home. Volcanic, the crowd are ups. Second, Lee's Bid. Third, Brighton Dolly. Fourth, home, Jovan. Then our twig, Bravado Girl. Running on behind them, Vassadania, and out wide, a High Glow. Then came Jewel of Egypt. They were followed further back in the field then by Summerlear. Then Ina's Way. Daughters Charm, a very, very ordinary run. Karazan, and then Lone Justice, another version, and Blue Perfect beat a couple in but pulled up quickly over the wire.
Okay, 1, 2 and...
Stalls fly open, they're off and running. Kanigarinsky began awkwardly with the head right up in the air. He's last out of the barrier. Belinda Was Mine bounced out in front, headed quickly by Hewer Sun Prince crossing from the outside. Direct Sail hunting through in the all-pink colours of the club to join that leader. Royal Appeal getting to third. And then Fly to Brazil and Belinda Was Mine steadied on the outside. A gap in the field to Hysterical, followed by Kanigarinsky, and dropping out last is Trade Union in the run to the first turn. Young Jason Deemer took Hewer Sun Prince to a clear-cut lead now by a length on Direct Sail. Fly to Brazil third, and trapped out deep as Belinda Was Mine. A bit more than a length to Royal Appeal on the inside of Hysterical, who'll be suited by the fast pace. Another 2 to Kanigarinsky, and back at the tail Trade Union as they approach the 600 metres mark. Hewer Sun Prince is out off the fence now, and getting up on the inside to join it as they come around the turn is Direct Sail. Fly to Brazil in third place, who's had a good run, followed by Royal Appeal. Then Belinda Was Mine. Hysterical is momentarily held up between horses, followed by Kanigarinsky and Trade Union. Heads a turn for home coming over the rise, and Direct Sail is sharing the lead with Hewer Sun Prince, who's lugging off the track. Royal Appeal is darting between them. Fly to Brazil is joining in on the outside, and Hysterical is into the clear now. Coming to the 200 mark, Royal Appeal, Fly to Brazil, Direct Sail, and Hysterical on the outside is trying to pick them up. Royal Appeal just in front as they get near home. Hysterical on the outside is lunging, did best and got there. Hysterical got up to beat Royal Appeal third. Fly to Brazil at the head of the others, then Direct Sail, followed by Kanigarinsky, Trade Union. Hewer Sun Prince weakened out of it, and Belinda Was Mine was last. The winner, Hysterical, Jay Cassidy, pays 3.
Gone through the gate, Dialed. Dial has gone through the gate. Delay here, and the gates have activated, and they've all gone through, which is obviously a false start. So, would you believe the same thing happened at Warrnambool last week? When the gates broke for one of them, it went through, and then that activated the other gates, and now they've all gone through. And that will constitute, obviously, a delay here. Ray of Sunshine was one that didn't go through. She stayed there. Next to it, the light goes on. They're off, and Piave Girl was first to jump from Ray of Sunshine, beginning well just behind them. Shisavic, Water Garden, Sherelisha, and Golden Downs began very well, and so did Skylee's Daughter towards the inside, with Sterling Miss showing plenty of early tower, and behind them a Royal Cedar, and they were followed by Dancer's Joy, and settling into stride, and Ray of Sunshine, one of the leaders here with Skylee's Daughter. Just in behind them, Piave Girl, Sterling Miss, Calameo as they approached the home turner. Royal Cedar was at the head of the others, and they were being followed next by Golden Downs and Water Garden, and back behind them Dancer's Joy over on the inside are starting to gain ground as they straighten up now, and the leaders swung wider. Sterling Mist is one of the leaders with Ray of Sunshine over on the inside. Royal Cedar and Dancer's Joy along the inside is finishing very fast, and wider on the track is Calameo coming down towards the 200 metre mark, and Sterling Mist was the leader. Dancing Joy is rattling home well down the outside, and Piave Girl right over on the outside. Royal Cedar 100 metres left to go. Sterling Mist is tackled by Dancer's Joy and Piave Girl over on the outside, and they're going to the line. Dancer's Joy on the inside, Piave Girl, they're wide apart. Might be Dancer's Joy from Piave Girl, nothing in it. And third would be Sterling Mist, followed by Sherelisha, Royal Cedar, Calameo, Water Garden, Perfection Plus, followed by Golden Downs. Behind them is Davos Star, followed by Ray of Sunshine, a long way back in the field. And they were followed home by Skylee's Daughter, Shisavic, and last of all, Shandon Lass.
Okay, well, they're moving up in Brisbane. For
racing in the Guineas near the inside, Private Tutor got the best of it. Midnight Mistake came away fast, showing speed as Play On going up in search of the lead. Rose Road was fast into stride as well. She's driving through the pack. Mighty Panache is nice and handy to them in the early part. On settling down now in the leader, Play On races to the front from Sir Elberton. Phantom's Heroes moved up to be running third, and then Initiation, Royal Saga and Rose Road together. Private Tutor is next on the inside, and now the Joker, followed by Triscay and Mighty Panache together. Midnight Mistake is picking up ground but caught a little bit wide. Blaylock's Bull next on the inside of Chimes M2 to Private Tutor. Getting back as Marine Drive in company with Shortcut, Shinvari, Special Faith and Armour Star. As they come down the side, they've got 850 metres to go. Play On in front, a half clear. Second on the outside, Initiation and Phantom Skiro third, then Midnight Mistake, Rose Road, followed by Sir Alberton and Royal Saga, Mighty Panache, Triscay and that bunch as well. Then and now the Joker, followed by Private Tutor the inside. First Further back in the field came Chimes Aim. Short cut over on the inside. Blaylock's Bull a bit wide as they run onto the bend. Shinvari's next. Well back Special Faith with Amistara Marine Drive. Straightening up, 400 metres to go. Play On's the leader, a length in front of Phantom's Hero. Rose Road and Triscay coming to the outside. Running on is Sir Elberton. And then Blaylock's Bull 250 metres out. Well, let's see what she can do. Mick's got her stretching on the outside and Triscay went to them. Triscay's raced to the front and she kicked away from Blaylock's Bull. And Triscay start cheering for her, folks. She's good. She's racing away from them and she's going to win the Guineas. Triscay first, Blaylock's Bull second, Shortcut third, followed in by Shinvari. Armistar ran on. Then Sir Elberton, Phantom's Hero. The next one in Chimes Am, Royal Saga. Then Special Faith. Further back in the field was Play On, Private Tutor. Now the Joker. Well back Rose Road and the last few home Initiation. Marine Drive, Midnight Mistake and Mighty Panache. Triscay
racing now, and Jack Pill didn't begin quite as well as Chorus Girl on its inside, but it's motored very quickly to burn that one off now. Whispering Pines and T Habit, Euro Currency and Out Wide Take the Road, and Barboon showing speed, followed by Umatilla in that division. Whispering Pines still cruising Chorus Girl, Not Related, followed by In Excessive and Bedouin Legend. Jack Pill has driven right through on the inside at the 800 to take a half-length advantage. Umatilla keeps Take the Road 3 deep. Super Bow's in behind those, passed by T Habit. Barboon can't get on the track around them, and then further back Feeling. Then Chorus Girl, Euro Currency still cruising, followed by Not Related, In Excessive, Whispering Pines, Bedouin Legend last. At the 450 into the running, and Jack Pill got two in front. Umatilla coming after it. In behind them, T Habit. Over on the outside, Take the Road. Then Barboon Feeling. Euro Currency, Chorus Girl, followed behind them by In Excessive, still cruising. Then further back behind them, Super Bow. Jack Pill the leader. Umatilla wants it though on the outside of the 200. Umatilla goes to Jack Pill. Umatilla finishing as well as Jack Pill. There's not an inch between them. Jack Pill, Umatilla, here's a go. Jack Pill is just in front. He's drawing clear again on the wire. And Jack Pill 3/4, Umatilla. T Habit got third. They were followed then by Feeling, Chorus Girl and In Excessive together. Take the Road still cruising, Euro Currency. Further back Barboon, followed then by Bedouin Legend, Not Related, Whispering Pines, and a mile back to Super Bow.
Opening day. This track looks like a snooker tabletop. They're often racing in the first. Racing now, and slow out was Top Mistake and Miles of Smiles. Getting going quickly was Bronze Again. Gathering speed around the outside is Evil Lad. Marooned and Wild will be prominent with Old Friends Meet and Advise Me. After a couple, Border Shine. And then Garrison finished, followed by Jane of the Jungle, Mystic Image. Further off, Raj Vilas, Prince Hugo. Well back, settling down, Miles of Smiles from Jazz Melody, about 2.5 lengths then. To Top Mistake, who drifted back to second last. And at the rear of the field is Megatech, approaching the home turn by the 600. And on this gorgeous track and this beautiful afternoon, it's Bronze Again on top in the first, leading about 3/4 of a length on Evil Lad. In on the fence, Marooned and Wild going well. Around them, Advise Me. Followed then by taken very deep now, Raj Vilas. Garrison finished just behind them, and Old Friends Meet is running on. The rest headed by Jane of the Jungle. Down to the 300 now, Bronze Again being tackled by the favourite, Marooned and Wild. Ball had pulled the whip and it took the lead from the stablemate. Old Friends Meet is running on from Miles of Smiles right down the outside. Marooned and Wild in front of Bronze Again, Old Friends Meet and Miles of Smiles, and the favourite in the first. How appropriate. Marooned and Wild beat the stablemate, Bronze Again, Old Friends Meet and Miles of Smiles. Then Top Mistake, a good run from Jane of the Jungle, followed home by Border Shine, and then further off Top Mistake in behind those. Then Garrison finished. Next in Evil Lad from Prince Hugo, Mystic Image, Jazz Melody, Raj Vilas, Advise Me, and Megatech was last to finish in the first of the new season.
Thanks a lot, Jono. 2, 1 and 7. The favourite Too Good there with Brad Ball up. Race 1.
In the stall, Apprentice T Hoare trying to get him forward. The gates open. On Kylie's Run has stayed in the barrier. On Kylie's Run did not jump away with the field and will take no part in the race. Now beginning brilliantly, it's Birralee going to the lead in the early stages from Elaine Shadow coming over from the outside, pushing up along the fence soon after the start. Lake Road to take over the running. This might be a false start. Yes, it is. It's a false start. In the fifth at Randwick, riders restraining their mounts. I think many of the riders were unsure as to what had to be done there, but obviously an official down the track a bit in front of the barriers has indicated to them a false start. So On Kylie's Run apparently was denied a fair start, and the starter has used his discretionary power in declaring a false start. So horses up near the 800 metres mark now include Lake Road, By the Light, Someone to Love, Freedom Ride, and Double Malt. Now they've all come up towards the turn into the straight.
John, are you there?
Somebody's trying to make contact with me, I think.
John,
Oh, yes, hello. Yes.
Stay there.
Yeah.
Press the button. The gates open of their own accord. It's a false start, and all further announcement will be made shortly.
Thank you. Okay. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the stewards advise that the gates opened prematurely. The starting gates activated prematurely, and a false start has been declared. Just why On Kylie's Run didn't come out with the others, I don't know, but On Kylie's Run stayed in the gate, which opened prematurely, and a false start has been declared. Stand by for a further announcement.